Hi, David Caban coming to you here with a video to describe the OnlyWire.com social distribution service. And so in this video I'm going to describe a little bit about the service, how you might use it, and a little bit of strategy on how to use it more effectively. So first of all, what is OnlyWire.com? OnlyWire.com is a social bookmarking distribution service. That's what I'm going to call it. Distribution service. What that means is that it's a service that takes whatever content you have and promotes it out on different social websites, social bookmarking websites, and other social communication sites. So let me go into more specifics here, but let's start with content first of all. When we have a piece of content on the internet that we want to promote, it can take a lot of different forms. It could be a video that we want to promote, say from YouTube, right? Could be an article that we want to promote that's out on an article directory as an example. Could be a post on a blog, right? It's another form of content. And there are dozens of other forms of content that we could go on about. But the basic idea is that you're going to be using OnlyWire to promote this content. Now, why would you want to do that in the first place? Well, the idea is, of course, you can't just publish stuff and expect people to find it automatically. When you publish any type of content on the internet, you want people to find it, and the way to get them to find it, or the way to allow them to find it, is that you have to promote that content. And when you promote content, you want it to get it to rank. You want to get it to rank in the search engines. And the only way to do that is through backlinks. Backlinks and backlinks, right? You need all kinds of backlinks coming to your actual content. Now there's a lot of different types of backlinks that you can have. In this case, for OnlyWire, we're only talking about social media types of bookmarks. So let me be a little more specific here. An example would be, let's take this. Let's suppose that you have an OnlyWire account. So that, I'm just going to abbreviate it OW, that's your OnlyWire account. When you sign into OnlyWire for the very first time, the first thing you need to do is you need to set up all your different social media sites. And what do I mean by social media sites? I mean a site like Twitter, as an example. Okay? And then I also mean a site like Facebook. And not only just Facebook, your personal account, but Facebook page, if you have a Facebook page. And then maybe you have a group that you're a part of, Facebook groups. And you can set up groups, multiple groups. You can set up Posterous, that's a sharing site. You can set up an account on Tumblr. And I'm not going to write them all here, but you get the idea. Stumble Upon, I'm just going to abbreviate that, SU. And you can keep going. There's even Google Plus. Okay, Google Plus, your personal account, Google Plus pages. And the idea is that you go into OnlyWire and you set up all these different social bookmarking sites and all these different accounts. How many? 46. Over 46, okay? There's 46 different social bookmarking sites that you can set up. You don't have to set up all of them. I recommend setting up a lot of them, at least 30 to 40 of them. How long is it going to take you? It's probably going to take you about 2, maybe 3 hours to do all of the accounts if you don't have accounts on all of them. You could also hire it out to a site like Fiverr.com. And you can actually go search out there and someone will do it for $5. So there's a variety of ways that you can get them created. But the idea is you need all of these created in order to use OnlyWire. So then how do you actually use OnlyWire to actually promote your content? Well, for any piece of content that you want to promote on the internet, you need a few pieces of information. The first is the link to the content. The second is some kind of a title that that content has, usually with a keyword in it that you're trying to rank for. And then there might be a description or a category or something like that. And you're going to need that for each piece of content that you want to promote, right? So how does it work in tying this in with OnlyWire? When you sign into OnlyWire, you can actually say make a post. And you go in there, you fill in the forms, basically. Fill in a form with all of the different fields of information. So if you have a video on YouTube, you get the link for YouTube and you put it into OnlyWire. You take the title that you're trying to promote with the keyword, you put that in OnlyWire, you put the description or category in there as well, and then you submit it. And when you submit that content inside of OnlyWire, boom, 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 it goes out to all these different sharing sites automatically. Okay, so you don't have to log into Twitter, you don't have to log into Facebook, you don't have to log into Prosperous, you don't have to log into all these sites individually. OnlyWire will promote the content for you automatically by submitting it once. Now, that's a really labor-intensive process when you think about it. You're going to get the link, the title, the description for every single piece of content that you post, and if you're doing a post every day, well, that's going to be a lot of content, a lot of manual operation to put the information in OnlyWire so that it gets syndicated out. So, fortunately, OnlyWire, the folks at OnlyWire thought about that ahead of time, and so they've made it that you can actually connect your RSS feed there. So, let's take an example. When you have a blog, say a WordPress blog is a good example. WordPress blogs are built for syndication. They automatically have an RSS feed as part of them. I'm not going to go into how to find that, but it's really not that hard to find. You do a little bit of searching on the internet. You find the RSS feed for your blog. You can actually go into OnlyWire and say, here's the address of my RSS feed. And what happens then is when you post something to your blog, your RSS feed automatically gets updated. That update gets sent to OnlyWire. That content in OnlyWire, zing, 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 goes all the way out to all these different sharing sites. So you're automating the process. Believe me, there's a little bit of work in the beginning to set this up, but after that, it's automatic, and that's the beauty of OnlyWire. Now, you can also put in other RSS feeds, too. So if you have an RSS feed for YouTube and you have an RSS feed for your article directory, you can have multiple RSS feeds coming into OnlyWire. It will take each piece of new content that it receives, and it will blast it out to all the different social sites. It's a pretty slick feature. That is OnlyWire in a nutshell. So, how much does it cost? That's usually the next question. Well, OnlyWire does have a free account, and a free account gives you 300 submissions. Okay? 300 submissions. I'll call both subs. What is a submission? A submission is not you putting something into OnlyWire. A submission is OnlyWire sending something out to one social site. So that's one submission, that's one submission, that's one submission. So when you submit one piece of content and you put it into OnlyWire, if you've set up all 46 different sites, then that is 46 submissions. Make sense? One piece of content comes in, it goes out to 46 different things, that's 46 submissions. So what does that mean? If you do a free account and you get 300 submissions, well, you can only do about 6 posts. 6 times 5 would be 300. 6 times 50 would be 300. So you can only get 6 posts here. Okay? So if you do one post on your blog, one article, one video, and then you do one more and one more and one more, boom, you're done. You've used up all your submissions if you are doing the 46. Now, there are some other account levels that they have for $9.99. You can do 1,000 submissions, okay, and that's a little bit better when you think about it. 46 goes into 1,000 about 20 some odd times, maybe 21 times or so, right? You can check the math on it, but you get the idea. You get more submissions when you do that. You can also go to the next highest, which is you get 2,500 submissions, and that's for $19.99, and this is per month. Okay, per month. And then next up is 5,000, and that's at $29.99, and then you can go to 10,000, and you can go to 25, and there's other levels, and you can check those on the OnlyWire website. But the idea is that you can pay for more submissions. Now, what's a good strategy for using OnlyWire? Well, one strategy is to say, well, I won't set up with all 46 sites because there's some things in these 46 sites that to be aware of. A few of the sites require CAPTCHA solving. You may have seen CAPTCHAs when you're filling in a form on a website and it says put in this cryptic set of characters that you can't read, and you do your best and then it says nope, you didn't do it, try it again. That's a CAPTCHA. Okay, so some of these social bookmarking sites require that when a submission is made, a CAPTCHA needs to be completed. Now you can do that CAPTCHA fee submission automatically, or you can pay OnlyWire to do it, but it's an extra charge to do it. So for a $9 for the basically $10 a month account, it's like an extra $3 to do CAPTCHA solving. When you get up here to the 2,500, 5,000 submission level, then you're talking about like an extra $10, $20, $30 as you go higher for those CAPTCHA submissions. If you've got the money and you want to do it, that's awesome. Okay, but I'm talking about a strategy to help you get more for bang for your buck. You could say, well, I will subtract out the sites that don't need CAPTCHAs. Subtract out the sites that do need CAPTCHAs, and in OnlyWire there's a list of which ones do, so you can just say, okay, I won't sign up for those. And then there's also some sites that are paid sites on there, so you might have to go with, I think it's TypePad is $10 a month if you wanted an account to be able to submit to. So you'd need your OnlyWire account plus $10 a month for TypePad. And then there's some others that restrict how many posts you can actually make on each. They restrict the number of posts, so restrict the posts. Okay. So the idea here is that you could actually drop this number of 46 down to let's say 30 sites instead. Well, if you did 30 sites, that's still pretty good, because then 30 sites, one submission into OnlyWire could go out to 30 different bookmarking sites. Well, then you'd get, for 1,000 submissions, you'd get like 33 posts. That's pretty good. If you were posting to your blog once a day, as you might on, say, Empower Network or some other blogging platform, well, that's good, because then it's automatically going to get pulled in. It's going to go out to different sites. That would be roughly 30 submissions a month, 31 submissions. You could add a few more in there, or you could go higher. So those are some ideas on how to get the most out of OnlyWire. You're going to want to pay for one of the submission levels for sure. I would recommend reducing the number of social bookmarking sites that you submit to by subtracting out the CAPTCHA sites. That'll save you some money. But if you've got the money to spend and you want to make sure you get full coverage, then go ahead. That's not a big problem at all. You can get more information about all the pay levels and everything else at the OnlyWire.com website. Or you can just click the link below that I've got that will take you right there. So that's my little video on OnlyWire.com. I hope you found it useful. Again, my name is David Caban, and thanks for visiting, and I'll see you soon on another video. Thanks.